the moment to get it back to you. Try to pull the word and get it back to you. Might take a while for it to come back. You might not come back in the same condition too, because there are lots of animals around here. Make sure you are on your seats throughout the safari. Hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the trunk. Small children can sit on laps. Make sure they are on those laps throughout the entire safari. No lap sitting or loading up the child to get a better view of those animals. Again, above you, the animal spotting guide. We're going to hopefully see lots of those animals. Might not see everyone on that guide, but usually we have some good luck around here. Is everyone excited? It should be a lot of fun. Our first stop is going to be through the tree forest. Keep your eyes out for any animals that might be hiding through all the bushes. They're more about camera, kind of natural colors going to camouflage because of that. So you continue around here, looking out again on both sides for any hiding animals. On the right side, we have a beautiful view of the okapi eating from the bushes. It is so shy and timid. It wasn't discovered until 1901 by the Western world. Because of those stripes on its legs, looks a bit like a half zebra. It's actually the only relative of the giraffe. It has a long tongue like a giraffe. It can lick its own eyeball with it, and also clean out its ears with that long tongue. So kind of gross, but pretty interesting and impressive. Like I said, the only known living relative of the giraffe. Kind of like a shrunken down version of one. We're going to take one more look at the okapi, who is having lots of fun around here, because we're going to look out for any other animals, especially on our left, that are coming up to a very large watering hole. Now, watering holes in general are great areas to be looking out for animals. Animals like to drink from the water when they get a bit thirsty, and also swim in it when it gets a bit warm outside and kind of splash around here and have fun. Now, an animal that will sometimes do that are the black rhinos. There's two of them. The first one is on our far left side, the way back corner. The other one is a bit closer to us, right behind the rocks too, behind that large tree. Black rhinos have been a bit more difficult to see lately. Less than 5,000 left in the entire world. That is because of poaching. Poached for their horns. People thought they had medicinal or even magical properties to them, even though those horns are made out of keratin, which is the same as your fingernails and your hair, so nothing super special about them. Now, those black rhinos also have no known natural predators, only humans. It's a bit sad to think about. Very large, as you saw, they're around 1,000 to 3,000 pounds. And also, which is a bit smaller than the white rhinos, which are around 4,000 to 5,000 pounds. You might be seeing them further on in a different area of the reserve. We have a couple of hiding antelopes around here on our left side, a tan color. These are the greater Kudu. So again, they're hiding in the back corner. The other two ones are a bit harder to see because they are in the bushes. The other one has its head in the bush. So look closely over again. Those are the greater Kudus. We're on our way into a different area of the reserve, which is called Safi River. Safi River is home to some more of those dangerous animals. Does anyone have any guesses what dangerous animals might be around here? Hippo is a great guess. Crocodiles also pretty dangerous. Let's keep our eyes open. We're also going to start listening out because sometimes you'll hear them before you see them in lions, tigers, bears. Oh my, that was an excellent guess. Cheetahs too. Yep, I heard, so I decided to steer it to the full crest. We're looking out for bubbles in the water and dark spots. And I have seen hippos swimming around here before, but usually again under the water most of the day, only coming up around every 8 minutes. Somewhere about here. And we're listening out for them because they will sometimes make a wheeze honk. The more dominant the hippo, the more hippos respond to that wheeze honk. So you might not think that they're very dangerous because, again, they are kind of chubby, but they are extremely territorial. One of the most dangerous animals found on the entire reserve. Now look close, I'm going to take a stop. We have a view of a baby hippo. Baby hippo is tiny. It's behind the mother, so it is very cute. About 50 to 100 pounds when the babies are born. Usually nursing underwater, so usually difficult to see because if it goes in the water, again, it can be almost impossible to see around here. This is the first hippo born on the reserve in 13 years, so very exciting. And it was born in January, so it's a little tiny hippo found around here, usually resting on the mother, again, for that kind of safety and comfort. We have some white birds around here called the pink-backed pelicans, called that because the feathers on their back, they turn pink during mating season. So probably not their mating season quite this time of the year. I can see some birds hanging around here. These birds will actually have a symbiotic relationship with the hippos. So if the hippos are out of the water, like this one is over here, the birds will actually eat the skin off of the hippos. It's kind of a win-win situation for both of the animals found around here. They're relaxed, they don't mind, but usually, like I said, they are extremely territorial. They like anyone messing with them or getting a bit too close to them too. Now as you pass by the waterfalls on our left side, we have some Nile crocodiles, also on the left side of the bridge. The Nile crocodiles can live to be over 40 years. Their jaws are so strong they can crush the bones of their prey. On average, they're 500 pounds, fully grown, and 16 feet long. They only eat about once a week, but they're able to go up to several months without eating any food, and if food is scarce for them. Now, you see one of those Nile crocodiles, fish, trying to release heat out of his body when it gets a bit warm outside. And again, you can tell the difference between a crocodile, alligator, just by the shape of their mouths. Now we're on our way into the savannah, and the savannah is home to many animals, like the giraffe, the woolly cattle, the springbok, and the wildebeest, to name a few of the animals we might be seeing around here coming up into the entrance of the savannah. Animals on the savannah active during the daytime, also at nighttime. At nighttime, certain animals can nurse and even have babies. Before we officially make our way into the savannah, we're going to take a quick little stop. There's a large tree around here called the baobab tree, tree of life, the upside down tree. Called the upside down tree because the very top of it, a lot of those branches again look like a lot like roots. Now sometimes larger animals like the elephants will poke holes in it to get the water out, so it's like a really big juice box for them. And having an amazing view of the savannah from on top. So I see a couple of woolly cattle, some of the Patterson's elands, which are actually the largest antelope in all of Africa. There's a beautiful view up here, pretty peaceful, right as the sun is about to set. So again, those woolly cattle, those massive horns are almost hollow, great for them, eat quite a headache if they eat a whole bunch. And they're also known as a sign of wealth in Africa. The more you have, the more wealth you are, kept in circular pens coming out made out of thorny bushes. They're also the only domesticated animal on their reserve, first domesticated by the Watusi tribe in Africa. Beautiful view of them around here. Sometimes you'll find them scratching the back sides with those horns. It can be a little difficult, so sometimes you'll find one woolly cattle actually scratch the back of the other woolly cattle, kind of helping each other out. Sometimes we'll also use the orange mounds around here, the tall ones on the far right side. These termite mounds are made out of dung, saliva, dirt, or type of soil. Again, about as hard as concrete. Large animals like those woolly cattle, and elephants will use them as a scratching post. Once they're worn down, like this one on our right side, smaller animals like these springboks, sometimes the wildebeest, can actually stand on them to get a better view of this area. And they can get up to about 8 feet in height, which is close to the one that's going to be right around the corner on that left side. Now, if you look over here on our also left side, we're looking out for some smaller animals, possibly inside the den, on top of the den, around that general area. So let's take a little peek over here. Sometimes you'll find hyenas around here, but they can be good hiding, so we're going to listen out for them in case they are right behind that. Oh, actually, look, right behind the den, in the back corner, more towards that far right corner of the left side, if that makes sense. It's a spotted hyena, because that's all that beautiful spots. Now, like I said, listen out for them, because make those intriguing vocalizations, especially as it gets a bit darker out. There's another antelope on our left side called the sable antelope, with a dark brown coat, very sharp and pointed horns. Those sable antelopes are able to use those pointed horns as protection. So if a predator like a lion jumps on their back, they're able to reach back with them and hit them with those horns. It's great for them, making that situation like call it that. More woolly cattle on our left side, and we have a younger giraffe on our left side. These are the Maasai giraffe. They have more messy and splotchy spots compared to the reticulated giraffes. Their spots are a lot more uniform in shape and size than this beautiful, younger Maasai giraffe. See part of its head, it's kind of hidden behind that tree. But they have 7 vertebrae in their necks like humans, which is of course a lot bigger than ours. And they're active throughout the entire day and nighttime because they only sleep for an average of 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes is broken down into smaller increments of resting. Sometimes you just need a couple minutes, maybe just a 5-minute mini nap as well. Stay energized. They'll sleep sitting up or sitting down, never completely on their sides. If they're on their sides, it makes it a bit too easy for those predators to get to them. Here's another view of the Patterson's eland that we saw making our way in the savannah. Like I said, large antelope in all of Africa can jump 6 to 8 feet in the air at a standing position. Pretty impressive. That is quite high up there. Now the male, which might be hanging around here, that is the female, a bit smaller than the male, almost like twice the size of the female, will stick its head throughout the bushes to make a flower crown. Now it's for mating purposes to impress the females with all the beautiful grass and leaves he has collected on top of his head. So he might be in the bushes making that flower crown, making that beautiful work of art for those females. I do see a tiny animal coming up on our right side. They're very, very small. They have a white belly, a tan back, and a brown stripe on their sides. These springboks, even though they're tiny, they can jump 6 feet in the air and 13 feet forward when they get frightened, among the top 10 fastest animals. And we have 2 Patterson's elands before we get to the springboks. These are 2 baby Patterson's elands. A bit smaller than the female that we saw. More of an orange tint to their coats too. They're pretty cute. So we might having some more Patterson's elands hanging around here, maybe in the back bushes, looking out for them, but also giving them some space as they kind of grub around here. So again, the springboks hanging around here. Wildebeest on the very top of the hill. They're a bit far away from us, but you can see they're in kind of darker coats, pretty hairy. And we also have a view of some more springboks around here. Again, when they jump that 6 feet in the air, it's called pronking. That's a pretty cool sight too. We have a younger baby giraffe sitting down. It's on the top of the hill on the right side. Whenever you see a giraffe sitting, it means it's very comfortable and very, very relaxed in this environment. This giraffe is licking its leg right now, but we're going to continue forward in a couple moments. Hopefully get a better view of this super relaxed baby giraffe. There's also another baby giraffe on our left side. It's one that's going to be closest to us as we approach it too. It's chewing some food around here. Usually uses for their day, kind of reaching up with those 18-inch long tongues to get all the leaves. I'll try not to make any whistling because the wild animals don't want anyone to whistle at me. There we go. Here's another baby, another adult-sized giraffe right behind that tree. As it gets darker out, they're able to camouflage. So they, again, those tall necks, tall bodies as well. A predator doesn't really know what's a giraffe or what is a tree. It's pretty funny. There's another giraffe hanging around back over there. I guess it's still very active as it gets dark out, but usually a little bit more closely packed too. And here's another up-close view of this rock around here. Kind of like the natural lawnmowers of the reserve. Spend their days just eating around here and trimming the grass. Another rock is making its way towards that other way. It's a pretty social animal. Coming up on the right side, there is a tree that is knocked down. This tree that is knocked down is a great, some of you might be finding some elephants around here. Because elephants are large and strong, and sometimes they'll knock down trees if they feel like it. Again, they are wild animals. Pretty fun for them as well. So an elephant probably knocked down some trees earlier this week. Some of them have been fallen down. If you ever happen to see one by itself, then again, it's usually a male living in by themselves or in that bachelor herd of the other elephants, leaving the group once they turn 13. There's a monkey on our left side. If you see them walking behind some of the trees, that's the manjo, the largest monkey in the entire world. So again, left side behind some of those trees, a bit far away from us. The manjos can actually store snacks in their cheeks because they have pouches in their cheeks. You can store snacks in those pouches for later. Alright, here's a view of the male. He's a bit far away from us. He's on our far right side. I'm going to take a more of a rolling stop because it might be difficult for people in the back to get a look at him because he is kind of in that hard spot. You can continue forward, might be having another view of him. It looks like he was pretty hot because elephants will actually throw dirt on their backsides to cool their bodies. Their skin is very sensitive to sunlight, and the dirt is like a natural sunscreen for them, creates a barrier, so he looks like he is a bit dirty over there. They are real animals. Sometimes they have to go to the bathroom. Elephants will also flap their ears, kind of like big fans for them. By flapping his ears, able to cool their bodies down by up to 15 degrees. Pretty great for them on very, very hot days. We're going to be looking out for some more elephants down this way. This time a very large group of the adult females. Before we get to them, we're first coming up on a bridge. This bridge looks a little creaky, but we have to go on it anyway. If you saw back there, that road was closed. This is our only option. And there was actually an incident on this bridge just a couple weeks ago, but no worries. I think we fixed this incident. Please put some duct tape on it or something. So we should be good to go. So we're crossing our fingers. Never know what's going to happen around here. And it looks like it works. So now we are safe and sound officially in elephant country. Keeping our eyes out on this left side with a very large group of the adult females, maybe some younger ones with the group too. They are pretty active around here today, also very social with one another. Hopefully get some good interaction between them. These on our left and right side also do have some markings made by the elephants. They like to eat the red clay as a way to get nutrients that they don't get for the rest of their regular diet. They eat around 300 pounds of food every day. That includes a lot of the grass around here, plants, parts of trees, and roots. Also really love eating it, so they might be hanging around here working on that. Might be also by the very large water power elephants, but sometimes also hang around and cooling their bodies down, hanging around right beside it. Elephants are also afraid of bees. Farmers in Africa had a problem with elephants eating their crops. They put a whole bunch of beehives around those crops. They got solved their problem and find a way the elephants walk straight up and quickly turn around once they saw them. It was a great situation for those farmers because they were then able to benefit from all that honey they produced from those beehives. So we were making our way towards those elephants, which are going to be pretty close to us. On this left side, you can see a little glimpse of the wildebeest on the right side too, between some of those grasses and the very tall bushes around here. So there you go, they are still grazing around, like I said, some of the days, eating all the grass. And we have a view of the baby elephant. It's very tiny, it's right by the rocks, so if it was behind it, probably wouldn't have the best view of it, so this is a pretty great look for us. The elephants also have been a bit more difficult to see lately. An average of 96 elephants are poached every day. That's about one elephant every 15 minutes. Elephants are also facing habitat loss and conflict with humans from the mining of coltan. Coltan is used in the production of our electronics, including our phones. Now, we're able to help out the elephants just by recycling your phones after dumping. In turn, elephants can be helped around here from the mining. More wildebeest on the right side, and also some flamingos and a giraffe. Oh my goodness, that's more here too. So quite a surprise for us. These greater flamingos get their color from, again, all the shrimp that they eat, which is full of carotene, and that makes their feathers turn pink. When they're found in groups like this one, it is called a flamboyant. Here's a beautiful flamboyance of flamingos. say more of a rolling stop for the giraffes around here. We have a couple younger ones up there as well. They're reaching with those very long necks, very long tongues to get all of the food. Flamingos on the left side, and more of the elephants. Here's another view of the baby and the other adults. Like I said, pretty social with one another too, spending a lot of time together. We still have a lot of other animals to see on our safari today. Got some great looks so far. Active animals all around here, pretty close to us. A couple appearances from the elephants and the giraffes. We have a white rhino in the mud pit. This is amazing look for us because it is hanging around in the mud pit. We're all around here having lots of fun, relaxing. Now they are around again 5,000 pounds when they are fully grown around that weight. And they get their name from the Afrikaans word wide, which means wide. That refers to how wide their mouths are. They're not actually, right now it's kind of a light orange color, but usually they're kind of a light gray color, which is a bit lighter than the black rhinos that we saw, or that we didn't see in the, in the little Ituri forest. And this one is having so much fun. There we go, there's another look at him getting out of it, maybe thinking about, oh my goodness, these animals must be time for them to all go to the bathroom, looks like it. Has to get it out somehow. There we go. So we'll also get this white rhino maybe things somewhere around here, maybe even seeing a group of them further on. And this final group is called a crash, another fun name for a group of animals found around here. I see two cheetahs. If you look on our left side, they're found on this other side of the savannah. They're right beside each other. You can see them sitting up slightly, right by the pile of branches that have fallen down, to the part of the trees that have fallen down. They're on the left side of it too. Now they're usually more active during the daytime because they do their hunting during the daytime. They have developed that teardrop shaped mark in the corner of their eye that's kind of like sunglasses for them, prevents glare. And they're fast, able to run about 60 miles per hour in just 3 seconds. So it looks like they are pretty relaxed around here so far. We have another cheetah on our left side. In the back corner, this one is also pretty active compared to some of the other ones back over there. Moving our tail slightly in those beautiful spots. We're going to be looking out for maybe another cat found in this area, looking out for maybe some lions as we make our way towards the Kudu rocks. The lions are inactive up to 20 hours a day. Just again, a lot of the daytime, only 24 hours in a day. Sleeping around these areas, resting, and maybe in their cave as well, where it's a bit cooler out, and conserving for nighttime since they are nocturnal animals. The female does the majority of their hunting. The females like in groups, because their prey is faster than they are usually. So we got some lions coming up on our left side. They are a bit sleepy, looks like it. The female, she's totally, oh yeah, she's very, very tired. Her paws are outstretched, her hanging down. But there's also a couple of water bucks on the right side. The water bucks are able to produce a liquid that makes you coach water bucks like a snorting oil. The male's on the very top rock. You can see part of his mane. The mane actually gets darker as he ages and as he gets older. So pretty relaxed, like I said, nothing over the knee, get sleepy. If you want to see the more active, come to a night safari after the sun sets. If it is signed toward nighttime, you never know, you can hear from 5 miles away. Pretty impressive. Alright, so we have a view of those water bucks, and here are some bog bucks, two of them. Beautiful animals, beautiful coats with different colors, shining light. Planted for those coats, efforts by farmers in Africa, save them, keeping them on their farms with poachers and any other predators. Here's a better view of the, oh, she just woke up. She might be trying to go back. Oh, she's, no, gave a different position. Give her a comfortable position for her to be sleeping. Here's the other female, also sleeping right down that way. So again, not usually active right now. Makes perfect sense, but we're lucky to see them out over here, not in their cave, like I said before. So like I said, night safari is a pretty cool way to see them moving around here. Also just a really cool, different view of the reserve too. Around here, looking out for maybe some more of those white rhinos. We actually went, walking pretty close to us, or maybe thinking about walking towards this way. Maybe looking out for some food. So we see one white rhino around here, might be some more deeper into the forest, and it's again making its way towards the path over here. So it might be trying to find some other food around here. This one is a bit thinner than the other one. That was just in the mud pit. Pull a little closer because you might be wanting the space to move around here across the path behind us. We also have a view of some eggs full of the tree, whole group of ostrich eggs. Well, they can leave those eggs wherever they would like to without worrying about them. And you can stand on them without them breaking. One of those eggs is equivalent to 2 dozen chicken eggs. But I probably wouldn't mess with an ostrich or any of its eggs. Its kick is so strong it's able to harm a predator like a lion with one endless fix. Also very fast at their top speed, able to run about 40 miles per hour. They might be hanging around here, might be around this area, but might be deeper in the forest in the shade as well. Usually not super active as it gets later in the day. Now we're on our way into Magadi Glen. Magadi Glen is more of an aquatic environment. It is also one of the most recent additions to the reserve. Because of that, you never exactly know what animals are going to be around here, what exactly they are going to be doing. But again, like I said, aquatic, looking out in the water, animals like to look out for food in the pond sometimes when they get hungry or just to cool their bodies down. So let's take a good look around here. Looks like we have some white birds in the pond, right by the edge of the forest. Now those are called the yellow-billed storks. Again, they eat things like frogs, snakes, fish, other small birds. They're actually carnivorous birds found around here. They'll eat anything they can find and get super, super hungry. Let's take one last look at Magadi Glen because now we are on our way back to the village. I hope all of you were able to see a lot of your favorite animals. If you'd like to see any other animals in Africa, you can head on over to Gorilla Falls, see reptiles, birds, naked morass, and also the western golden, relatively endangered animals. Over in Asia, on the Maharash jungle trip, see tigers, bats, Komodo dragons, just to name a few of the animals you might be seeing on those 2 walking trails, and they're also self-guided. Now, what was everyone's favorite animal they saw on our safari today?
Flamingos.
Got a great view of little hippos that we saw. Beautiful view of those elephants, the male elephants, and the group of females. Baby was also pretty cute. Those went around pretty close to us, moving around the market. It was pretty fun to see, and those sleeping lions were also pretty cool. Like I mentioned, there are many ways we're able to help out these animals by recycling your phones and your electronics after hopefully my new Fulton computers. Recycling in general is a great way to help out the environment. The third way is we're able to donate to the Disney Conservation Fund. Now, Disney will actually match those donations 100%, so that means if you donate $1, Disney will also donate $1. And it adds up helping out the endangered animals we found around here and throughout the world, and helping different conservation funds and programs found throughout the world to help out these animals. If there are any wilderness explorers